So this was a 2-day overnight environmental youth leadership program that I was actually designing and coordinating as part of my final project for my environmental and sustainability degree. And there was quite a few challenges to running this program. So I think probably one of the main ones was as a student, there was a lot of time constraints for me. So I had less than 2 months to write the program plan, design it, and then market it and get participants registered, and then of course run the program. So that was quite a struggle, and by the time the ball really got rolling with everything, and by the time we got teachers on board with getting us to speak to their students about it, we were already midway through November, and it was really hard to get high school students on board because they're already so involved in their school and they have jobs at that point in the year. So it did come to the point where we decided, okay, maybe we have to scratch this program and start over new. And I think that was a really good idea because we came up with a brand new idea that worked really well. So, yeah.
So that's a perfect example of what was a challenge and how to overcome it.
Yeah.
So what was sort of your successes? What made you feel the best about this new revised program that went so well?
Well, I think the biggest success is getting kids outside, is definitely, because kids aren't outside as much as they used to be way back when. I know I spent all my childhood outside in the brook in my backyard. So we'd talk to the kids when we walked to the site. So with the program, we'd pick them up at the school, we'd meet them, drop off their stuff, talk to them. We'd walk to a forested area and play games with them, really high energy games, because they're all like bundled up after school, they're tense, and we need to get them loose and get all the energy out. So we'd play games with them, and we'd talk to them as we were walking to the sites. And I co-led with Kate. She's led Trailblazers programs previously. I hadn't, so this was all new to me. But we'd talk to the kids and we'd say, what would you be doing right now if you weren't in Trailblazers? And a lot of their answers would be playing video games, watching TV, definitely not being outside. So I think that's definitely one of the biggest successes. And we also tried to incorporate a lot of leadership skills. That's what Trailblazers is all about, is getting them outside and incorporating leadership skills. So we played a lot of team building games. Like, we had 13 kids, which is a good amount of kids. We were very happy with it. We'd have them try to lift a pole all together as a team, and initiatives like the human knot, if you guys have ever heard about that. Like, you guys all twist and hold hands, and then you have to try to untwist yourselves. So like team building games like that. And we also taught them some outdoorsy skills, which is really great for them to have. So survival skills, like you can see some of the pictures here that are coming across. There's tree climbing, and we built debris shelters out of all like sticks and branches and stuff. And we also taught them knots. You can see that there. We taught them a couple different types of knots. So they learned some awesome skills. And we made bannock over the fire. They were really excited about that. And there's my co-leader Kate down there in the corner as well. And they just had a lot of fun. We'd meet them at the school and they'd say, what are we doing today? And then they'd make suggestions. They'd be like, can we build fires? And we were actually very lucky. We built fires twice, very safely, because we had a couple wet days, which we didn't think we'd have. And we were really excited about that. So, yeah. I don't think I have much else to say. The kids just really loved it.
Sounds like it was a wonderful time.
And I had lots of fun playing with the kids too.
And this was your first time?
This was my first time leading. And I think that was another benefit was for me. I'm a co-op student from Acadia University, and I'm working in the field mostly, and this was a great opportunity for me to do something different because I do a lot of computer work and I'm in the field a lot, so this was a great opportunity for me to get my hands in some education with the kids and doing something like that, which is completely new. So it was really nice.
So in terms of the coordination and planning and the change that you made, and is there anything that you would change about this new, or are you satisfied with what you've done with the grades 6 to 9?
Well, we are very pleased with the success that we had. As we mentioned, our original project that we proposed to the Rural Communities Foundation didn't actually get to happen. So we tried with we had, as Claire mentioned, we had the high school leadership program that we had done once in the past and tried to reinvigorate it and redo it. And although we had a lot of initial support and the kids expressed an interest, when it actually came time to register and follow through, we had 0 registration. So none whatsoever.
So change was inevitable.
So that's why we came back to the foundation and said, look, this is what we said we were going to do, and although we had some initial support for the program, it just didn't happen. And we had reached out to our schools in the area and talked with the teachers and talked with some of the students and tried to really figure out what are the barriers. Why are the kids saying that they really love this idea, they really want to participate, but when it comes down to it, they're not. And so basically it came down to, with the high school kids, as Claire mentioned, they have all kinds of external competing activities, lots of sports involvement. They have jobs at that point. One of the high school that we tried to work with has an IB program, so very academic-oriented students. So they just didn't find that they had the time to do this program during that time of year. So we went to focus on the junior high level, and the junior high kids lapped it up. And we also thought this was kind of an age group that may be underserviced in terms of they are not quite ready for the job market. They don't have jobs. Some of them, a lot of them are, they're in smaller schools, and some have sports, but some don't. And so the opportunities for extracurricular activities weren't there for them at that point. And so we really took that younger age group, that junior high level, and really wanted to work with them on getting them outside, teaching them about the environment and the interconnectedness of nature, and building leadership components in an outdoor setting.